Today, we're taking a closer look at the dramatic and crucial moments in Florida's past in the Civil War, the Battle of Olustee. Olustee is between Jacksonville and Tallahassee in North Florida. This wasn't just the largest Civil War battle in Florida, it was a turning point in the Florida Confederacy that brought national issues like state rights, slavery, and the role of Black soldiers in the military into sharp focus. And it all happened right here in your own backyard. Now, obviously in 1861, Florida was very proud to be the third state that seceded from the Union, the Confederacy. Whether your family has deep roots in the South, or if you're just starting to call Florida home, this battle tells a story that touches all of us, not only then, but even now. It's a story of strategy and sacrifice of a divided nation and people from both sides who believed in what they were fighting for. They believed they were fighting for something greater than themselves. So let's explore the landscape, the leaders, and the legacy of the Battle of Olustee, and why this one moment in Florida history still echoes today. I'm Realtor Scott Garrison, a real estate agent with ReMax Town & Country, Orlando's #1 real estate company. I've been helping families find homes around here in Central Florida for over 35 years. But more than that, I live here, I grew up here, I went to the Winter Park High School many, many years ago, and then later from the University of Central Florida with several degrees. This place, Central Florida, and Florida in general, is home to me. So when I share stories like this, it comes from a place of genuine connection with the history that connects us to the present. So let's talk about the actual Battle of Olustee, which took place on February 20th, 1864, the largest Civil War battle fought in Florida. Understanding this event helps us appreciate both the complexity and the legacy of Florida's role in the Civil War. Now, the Civil War started in 1861. By 1864, the Civil War was, of course, in full swing, if not winding down. President Lincoln's Union forces were working to weaken the Confederacy by targeting its resources and transportation route. Florida, though smaller in population, was important to the South for supplying beef, salt, and all the other essentials that kept the war effort going a little farther north. Union troops, led by General Truman Seymour for the North, marched west from Jacksonville with around 5,500 soldiers, including 3 regiments of Black troops, the 54th Massachusetts, the 7th and 8th U.S. Colored Infantry. These soldiers were not only fighting for the Union, but also for the hope of freedom and recognition. So on the South, the Confederacy side, there was approximately 5,000 Confederate troops that were deployed under Confederate General Joseph Finnegan, who was primarily composed of local Floridians and some Georgians. Remember, Olustee is real close to Georgia. Their mission was defend Florida's interior and prevent the Union from advancing towards the capital of Florida, Tallahassee. Outside of Tallahassee, well outside, the two forces clashed near Olustee Station, which is a railroad stop about 40 miles west of Jacksonville. The fighting lasted 5 intense hours. The Union forces started strong, but were eventually pushed back. Poor planning, tough terrain, and strong Confederate resistance, including effective artillery fire, pushed the tide in the favor of the South. The Union suffered about 1,861 casualties. That's out of 5,500 total soldiers, while the Confederates lost around 946 soldiers out of 5,000. Both sides endured significant hardship. The battle ended with the Union forces retreating back to Jacksonville, but they still had succeeded in drawing the Southern troops and resources away from other parts of the war, which was really their goal. So who won the Battle of Olustee? The Confederacy held the field, and they stopped the Union's inland push, saving Tallahassee, but the Union had strategic goals like disrupting supplies and forcing the South to divert forces, which they accomplished mostly, or at least in part. It's also important to note the bravery of the Black Union soldiers, many of whom faced not only combat, but the threat of poor treatment or execution if they were captured by the Confederacy by the South. Their role in Olustee is a powerful reminder of how the Civil War is not just about politics and territory, but was also about the future of freedom in this country. Florida's decision to leave the Union in January of 1861 was influenced by a mix of beliefs. Some Floridians strongly supported states' rights, a principle rooted in the idea that the states and not the national government should make their own laws, that they should be ruled by the home state and not by some faraway government. But let's be honest, those rights were often centered more around maintaining slavery, which was also deeply tied to Florida's economy, especially among the wealthy landowners. It's also true that most Confederates, most people in the South, did not own slaves. Many were ordinary people fighting for their home, their neighbors, and a way of life that they were taught to protect, even if that way of life was deeply shaped by a system of slavery. But we also can't ignore that slavery was at the heart of the Southern economy, and much of the conflict was about that. Throughout the war, Florida continued to supply the Confederacy with cattle and salt. Union naval forces on the coasts tried to block these efforts with coastal patrols and raids. The smaller battles and clashes occurred across the state, including in Tampa, Gainesville, and Tallahassee. One of the final battles, we'll call it the second large battle in Florida, the Civil War, the Battle of Natural Bridge, saw Confederate forces, including local soldiers and students from what would become Florida State University, successfully defend the capital. As a result, our capital, Tallahassee, was the only Southern capital east of the Mississippi that was not captured by Union forces at the end of the war. After the war, things didn't get any easier for a lot of Floridians. Even though slavery had ended, the period of Reconstruction brought new challenges. Many Black Floridians faced discrimination and violence. When federal troops left and Jim Crow laws came in several years after the Civil War, it got even harder, particularly on the Black residents. But out of that hardship came resilience. Towns like Eatonville, founded in 1867, become havens for Black Floridians to govern themselves and build strong communities. These towns are still a vital part of the Florida story. So that's the story of the Battle of Olustee, not just a battle, but a powerful portrait of a nation in conflict and transformation. It's a story and struggle of bravery, of loss and resilience, and no matter where your roots lie, it's part of the shared history that shapes the land that we all call home today. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like right now, share it, or drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your own Florida stories. And of course, if you're ever looking for a top realtor here in Central Florida, someone who knows these communities inside and out, not just by the map, but by the memories and the moments that define them, you know who to call. I'm Scott Garrison, your local realtor with over 35 years of full-time experience helping people buy, sell, and discover the heart of their community. Call me. From historians to home buyers, I'm here to help you locate your place in the Florida story. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and I'll see you on the next video.